All right, hello everyone, and now welcome to a game between, I believe this is, I temporarily forgot, sorry, Foggy versus WFZ. Foggy spawning as, well, the blue night elf over here at what I will call the 10 or 11 o'clock position of Twisted Meadows. Meanwhile, hop, skip, and a jump away, very similar to my last game with Moon. This game is going to be not with Moon. This game is going to be with WFZ. My goodness, I am starting to forget things. WFZ versus Foggy in this 1v1 matchup. It looks as though scouting is already underway. Much more traditional game coming in from Foggy. You can see the Ancient of War down across over here. Altar of Elders, Moonwell. We'll see what hero will be added in. And I think I need to read the latest 1.29 patch notes. I've read so many of the beta patch notes that part of my mind thinks that the beta patch notes are actually the 1.29 patch notes, and that's not the case. So yeah, I need to go ahead and study those once more. Anyways, what's going to be happening here? 533 creep camp getting underway. You can take a look. There is going to be a demon hunter. Mana burn costs 60 mana, not 50 as in the original balance patch notes. So, or 75, excuse me. Giving the demon hunter a little bit more reason to mana burn early on, since it is effective still at shutting down enemy heroes. We are going to be looking at Tomb of Relics as well. I don't see a graveyard as of yet, which means that we may see many more ghouls early on during the opening stages of this game. Demon Hunter, good at shutting down that Death Knight, and well, the Death Knight also known for getting Unholy Aura first, since Unholy Aura is not mana dependent, and essentially what ends up happening is that the Death Knight gets a little bit more additional healing and is still able to maneuver around with those ghouls and get some damage in. Let's take a look. This ghoul wants to go after this wisp, and you can see it, or maybe perhaps even go after this archer, but then that Ancient of War would be able to get right there as well. Death Knight now making its way over. Demon Hunter trying to come across, is going to be able to get that final shot off there, perhaps get some damage. The ghoul trying to make its way over, unable to do anything. As you can see, it is purposely getting pushed back once more. All right, let's take a look. Final shot off there. Demon Hunter picks up a Ring of Protection as the Death Knight still making its way over. Null Warden's getting in some damage, though, through the tree line as the Death Knight does show up to the party. Death Knight does have Death Coil. Let's take a look at this. That Null Warden down to 128 hit points. Death Coil, no Death Coil to steal. Big surprise there. No Death Coil to steal. It was sitting at less than 100 hit points for about 2 to 3 seconds. Perhaps the timing or the animation would have been far too much, and that is the reason why you saw that there was nothing there. Nope, Death Knight instead went for Unholy Aura. I thought I saw the one move away, so perhaps I'm keeping track of everything in the wrong order, as the Demon Hunter now looks to chase after that Death Knight. Death Knight now running back down to the south. More ghouls will be coming in from the north, and this is essentially one of the big issues with this type of opening, especially on Twisted Meadows, where your Ancient of War is just too far away from the action. What ends up happening is that the ghouls are going to be able to run amok inside the base, and all you really have is a lone Demon Hunter and maybe an archer. All right, skeletal minions now making their way over as well. If those ghouls can perhaps take down a full Moonwell, that is going to even hurt the Demon Hunter even further. That ghoul is going to be able to easily get away. Archers trying to head back here, and there's all of these stationary buildings that are still incredibly precious. Back across, Death Knight dealing good damage, and another Moonwell will get taken down, which means that the healing overall for the Night Elf is going to be significantly behind. Foggy going to have a lot of trouble, especially if the archers take any damage. And now what you also add into play is the fact that the Demon Hunter does not want to mana burn that Death Knight. Mana is then going to start to be used from the Moonwell to try and repair mana or fill mana, as opposed to just getting hit points. There goes that Moonwell there, as the archer may get taken down. All right, still no experience on the board for that Death Knight, but two Moonwells have been destroyed. We are perhaps upside down on supply right now, 27 over 20. And still needing to get another Moonwell up. All right, Demon Hunter now doing a little bit of chasing. Ghouls have been going back on the Blight, and they are regenerating their hit points while on Blight, meaning that they're going to be able to join back in on this fight, even though the Death Knight is sitting at level 1, nowhere near level 2. Ancient of War slowly making its way off to the north here. A new Moonwell will get constructed. Moonwells are already bone dry, and what I expect to happen is sometime in 3 minutes when daybreak hits, we are going to have, well, very empty moonwells. And with those empty moonwells, the Death Knight is just going to be able to strike and deal a lot of damage. Let's take a look across over here. Death Knight still sitting at level 1, not going to be able to finish off any of these archers. And he also, surprisingly, does not have Dust of Appearance. With that said, we may see a transition from WFZ to instead attack during daybreak and try and get as many units instead at the same time. All right, Moonwell getting a mana burn off on that Death Knight. That's a bit questionable at the very least. But then again, if he mana burns one more time, that is definitely questionable. I guess if you're maxed out on mana, it doesn't really matter that much, as the Death Knight is still running away from that Demon Hunter. Back across in the center, looks like the Ancient of War is going to transition over. Archer is going to get into position. 28 to 30 supply compared to 31 over 40. And is WFZ going to be able to capitalize on all of that early damage? That is the question. We see Slaughterhouse. We see a Lich now being added in as well. So Obsidian statues are going to be a definite problem. Archers are currently just lying in wait, ready to set a trap. Perhaps as the Death Knight still wandering back around. Demon Hunter hoping to perhaps get a Tavern Hero. Yes, we'll be grabbing a Tavern Hero here. Most likely the Beastmaster, since it will add a lot of damage. No, Naga Sea Witch instead, as the Death Knight now needs to retreat from that Demon Hunter. Archers line a perfect trap, and this is a problem. Are we going to see a surround here? Death Knight in trouble. Beautiful, beautiful trap laid down by Foggy. Is it going to actually translate? As you see an Ancient of War going to get in a hit as well. Death Knight trying to get back. Ancient of War got in 2 hits. Another mana burn, and the Death Knight down to 16 hit points. Wants to fall on his sacrificial rune blade. Is it going to work? Yes, it will. He gets taken down. All right. Is the Lich already out on the field? Yes, it is. Resurrecting a level 1 Death Knight. Not too costly, but still a bit, well, a bit problematic that you're forced to resurrect your Death Knight at this stage in the game. Also, not very much experience at all on that Death Knight, and by meaning at all, still sitting at level 1 and not close to level 2 by any sense of the imagination. All right, Forest Troll Warlord gonna get taken down. Lich wants to finish that target off, perhaps pick up an Orb of Corruption, as well as you do see Devotion Aura on that Lich. Lich quickly sells that item there. Is it gonna be able to finish off some more units? Low hit point ghouls are getting backed off, as the Lich is gonna be retreating home, trying to buy a little bit of time. Obsidian Statue is gonna be extremely helpful here, as all of a sudden, all of these low hit point ghouls will be able to see battle. We are in fact at tier 3. Lich is going to have an Orb of Corruption. Death Knight, oh no, Death Knight has the Orb of Corruption, surprisingly. Is he expecting air attack? That might be the issue, as we are at Tree of Ages going into Tree of Eternity. 37 supply compared to 29. 1 Moonwell at 176. Are there more Moonwells elsewhere? There has to be. Pendant of Energy is right there. I'm looking for where the Moonwells are, since it is just now at daybreak, and it is going to be important. All right, so another Moonwell off to the north, 209. They do have a bit of mana, and that is going to be useful, as the Death Knight will, in fact, get to level 3 off of this creep camp. Oh, low hit point ghoul going to get taken down. There it goes. Death Knight unable, or perhaps did not care for the Circlet of Nobility or anything else. Naga Sea Witch. Undead with 3 heroes, ready to push forward. Losing a ghoul. Let's take a look. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability does the Lich. Wait, why are you dropping items just on the ground? And why is that Naga Sea Witch not getting picked up? Is this game actually corrupted? This replay might actually be corrupted, as we're taking a look. Obsidian statues now making their way over. All right, Naga Sea Witch still hanging around in the center portion of the map. If this is a corrupted replay, I do apologize, but right now it looks as though the Death Knight doing a great job just pushing across. Obsidian statues in the backfield, not even bothering to attack, as the Demon Hunter is kind of stuck between 2 places. However, Moonwell was able to get him back into full, or rather a Potion of Healing. Obsidian statues now finally joining in. Everything is working together as it should, as the Death Knight should be trying to launch some death coils off and heal some of those units. Not working, as the Dryads are now picking off some units as well. Crypt Fiends joining in on the fight. Naga Sea Witch still sitting at the tavern, What is going on? Why would you hire a Naga Sea Witch and not bother to use it, as the Death Coil does save the Ghoul in time. Ghoul down to 203 hit points. More damage coming across here, as it looks as though the Demon Hunter is trying to retreat back, is going to be able to get away. Demon Hunter still up and running, as the Dryads looking to poke apart the Obsidian statues, but with Crypt Fiends there offering support, gonna have a little bit of a uphill climb. All right, there goes some more damage there. Death Knight going after the Demon Hunter, now down to, what, 200 some odd hit points, down to 224. That negative armor causing some big issues, as the Demon Hunter is gonna be able to slip away once again. Two Obsidian statues are now left, as Undead comes out with the, okay. Did something seem wrong with that replay to you? I don't know. Maybe I should just post this up there, and they can find the replay and figure out what went wrong with this particular replay and how replays are getting corrupted. So yeah, I'll still post this up there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.